Now, I'm not saying this thing was entirely pointless. I mean, it did serve a purpose with the design of the front end of the Y50 platform. But I am very, very grateful that by the time we came to the M56, M37 group, the hood did not have that. Let's talk about a 2006 M, 2006 through 2010. So, pop the hood. Then you go to the front of the car. And typically, what most people would do is grab right here, right? You might notice there's a hole here. There's something missing here. Because there's a chrome strip that's usually here, which might, and in my case did, break off and fly away. And I'd advise you, if it starts flapping, get some double-sided tape and secure that thing, because on this car it started slapping a little bit, and one day I'm going down the highway, say over 70 miles an hour, and it just flew off, so I couldn't save it at that point. Luckily, I met up with a gentleman who sold me something else and gave me this chrome strip for free. Well, way better than paying $110 or whatever it is that that Infiniti would like to sell me one for. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good for free. And I'm trying to show this. It's gonna work. This is it. This is the carve. Right? Can't even tell it was missing, right? So I'm going to get some double-sided tape and stick it on there. The way they're normally secured, do you see that hole over there? And this bracket over here, and this one over here, and this one over here. Well, so 5 of them. Usually those are on the back side of this chrome strip. So 1, 2, 3 in the middle, 4, 5 at the end. And so you have, are these 8 millimeters? Under here. So under here, you see here's one of them, right? There you go. I think those are 10, actually 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter nuts. But usually, by the time you try to turn them, something's gonna break. Like this one here. Well, that one's secure. So is that one. I know I was dealing with them on a different car, and as it did that, it was actually breaking up top, breaking off the chrome strip. So, it could be a little risky to do that. What I'm gonna do today, my solution, I'm going to get some double-sided tape, remove all these, and clean the surface, because the instructions say that the place has to be, you know, flat, smooth, clean, free of oil and dirt and debris and all that. So I'm going to remove all these, and then I'm going to, I tried to knock some of these off. I'm going to make sure I think being tape, it can kind of make up for the difference. Yeah, then I'm going to wipe the back side of this as well. Then just pretty much stick it on here. Stick the double-sided tape on here. Sticky side first down, then pull the protective stuff and just stick this on. It's gonna be a change in looks, honestly. You know, let me set this down. Yeah, big. Oh, nice. Yeah, so it's gonna be a pretty dramatic effect, I think. So I'll set the phone down till I'll set my camera down till I'm ready to do all that. This this trim piece that I was given, basically free, has a little bit of a crack. It's a little bit of damage at the bottom, but it should be no problem because the way you install this, it's going to be like this. So the damaged part is going to be under the hood. It's going to be hidden. If anything, it's going to be on the far right side. And as I tried to explain earlier, you know, most people would intuitively go for the side closest to them when they open the hood, which would be the left side of the vehicle. So that side over there is going to be a little safer, even if there's a little issue with that part of it getting, you know, getting further damage. And I'll try to see if the double-sided tape can actually work to hold it down like this. It's pretty hard where it is. Okay, so right now it's going to be a matter of scraping that stuff off, whatever pre-existing stuff was there, and cleaning it with B12 chem tool. Alright, so that's all you're going to be seeing now. This is what I'm going to use. We'll see how it works, right? So that's what I ended up with. There you go. A few strips here and there. There's a long strip in the middle. And I pressed it down as hard as I could to make sure it wouldn't be moving, wouldn't be going anywhere, right? And now, after all the test fitting I've been doing, it's time to peel the other side of the double-sided tape and stick the chrome piece on there. Missed a little bit of the action. I shut the hood and I was just pushing it down while there, trying to get that firm and secure feel. So as I referenced earlier, there's not much space here, you know? So let's see what happens once I pop the hood, okay? See how much space we get. So again, barely any space to get your hand in there. And I've seen various cars. Some of them, the hood jumps up enough. And see, as I said, most times, intuitively, people would just grab the leading edge of the hood, right? With these cars, you're supposed to be cognizant that this thing is going to break and get your hand all the way in there, a lot further. And you have to remember, for these cars at least, the latch that holds them is usually just offset to the left. So come here. This is where it is. Still, you have to lift it up with the metal, not the plastic. It is a little tricky, honestly. I can see some gaps in there, but hopefully whatever's holding is going to hold strong enough to make up for the lack of it. This side is a little tighter. It's like this hood was damaged right around here. Yeah, something happened. Shoot, I should have seen that. Right? Exactly. That's why this part of it broke. The hood has a little bit of a bend to it. So I'll try to fix that by padding it with more Gorilla tape over there. Okay? No video necessary for this part of it. I'm done now. I had to go back and buy 2 more. Well, just in case. But I bought 2 more rolls of the Gorilla tape, double-sided tape. And I got it to a point where I'm pretty pleased with it. As I said, my hood on this side was a little damaged. I got my pair of vice grips with a t-shirt rolled up, and used the t-shirt to bend it back into shape as best as I could. I laid 1 long strip of the double-sided tape, removed the backing, and then I laid like maybe this much, because of the area here. It was a little, I guess, more of a gap. In here, there's good contact. Over here, I also laid an extra. So at the end of the day, I mean, even when I come to open it, I can still, feel a little bit of plastic. But I'm happy because I know that it's pretty good. Check this area out, right? Right here. This is the worst case. There you go. That's the worst case over here. So it's not bad at all, It's something I can deal with. And right now it looks like it's still there. It's pretty solid. I haven't tried to pull at it or anything. And I'll try my dang best to avoid this corner at all costs, so that I don't make a mess of the work I've done so far. There's a little bit of that putty feel over here. Over here it's all clean. Then a little bit of the putty feel. I guess that's how I'm gonna know if it's dry or not. So I think it's good. I think I've gotten it back to where it looks good. And well, there's another risk area right there. While pushing down on the hood, you might be tempted to push down on the chrome trim. So hopefully it's not that serious. I mean, my other cars, as long as I got them without any damage, they've stayed the same. I've not really put any extra damage. However, no matter how beautiful the design is, well, I guess here it's integral to the design of the grille. We have to applaud that by the time the 2011 Infiniti M came about, this car right here, the hood, this is the hood line right here, did not get any chrome trim on it. It just pops up, and all the chrome garnishing and all that happens right there at the grill. So that's something to. I'm happy about that design change. Makes things less complicated. Not only that, I mean, think about designing the hood. When you design the hood, there's less to stamp out. This one's, well, it's got some curves, yeah, but it's just a sheet of metal. Versus the other one, you know, it's a sheet, then you have to stamp out the holes for the studs to go through. So I think cool, simpler design, and for the sake of replacement, you know, you don't have to stock anything. A hood, you know, it's just a hood, no plastic involved. I think this, I'm not sure if that hood is any lighter than this one, I can't remember, but this might be a more expensive hood to make just because, unless, again, the plastic for like $3 and selling it to us for $100. But yeah, it might be a little more costly to make this hood. Alright, I think that's yet another project we'll say is successful. I'm not going to upload this video yet. I'll wait till I drive the car tomorrow. Then if anything surprising happens, then I'll report it. But for now, I'm feeling good about it. One day later, this is what it looks like. Pretty good as far as I can tell. And it looks well sealed all over up top. Except when you come to the left side, I could see a little bit of a gap somewhere around here. Can you see that? Right? But the bottom seems very well secure. So obviously the rest, I mean, there has some movement if you keep forcing it. But those, just because of the way that the damage right around here, the bend in the hood. However, if you hold it from the bottom, so try pulling it, it's secure. I mean, it's lifting the hood. That's, you know, it's pretty well secure. I'm not too concerned about it. All the way, even right here where there's a gap, looks like it's going to hold itself all the way. Oh, yeah, there was that damage over there. Finger snagger. But, yeah, can we say the project is successful? Project over, and everything we intended to do with the vehicle has been achieved.